To continue on, as I was attempting to say, the 2 men in the cockpit are immediately killed, both pilots, all of both pilots. The tail section being lobbed away. The forward section actually rocks around. The engine's upside down, has its number 2 begin to catch fire. The forward of the aircraft also is on fire. 4 barely alive people mingle out. All still 1, 2, 3, and then a 4. Those 4 get out of the mangled aircraft. Twelve people were lobbed out the aircraft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, those 12 were not able to be catched. Those 12 were not found soon enough. Those 12 seats were never found, likely having been broken apart. Meanwhile, in the tail section, both boarding doors were caved in. The 2 people in it were also immediately killed.
I remember one time I was doing an ADHD evaluation with a kid who had to go to the bathroom like 3 times during the 30-ish minute part of the interview where we asked his mom questions. So I knew that was his go-to excuse when we get started on the WIC 5 after the interview, and within 30 seconds of vocab starting, he asks if he can go to the bathroom. And I say, no. And this kid rolls his eyes because, duh, and he says, why not, all cranky styles? So I said, because you don't need to go to the bathroom, you're bored and you need to move. If you need to move, tell me, and I'll let you know if we're in a part of the test where we can pause. Like, for example, we can pause right now if you want to race me around the building. And this kid's face gets lit up. We did 3 laps around the outside of the building and came back in, and he finished like 3 subtests and asked if he could move. So we got up and tried to see how high we could jump in 3 minutes, and they finished the rest of the assessment with 1 bathroom break. And that was all it took to TBA him. This kid was so capable, he just needed to move and hadn't been allowed to do so. I also like making people mad by pointing out that I know what they're up to, just giving them permission to do the thing they were sneakily trying to do in the first place. It's like being affectionately annoying, and it's part of how I connect to others. I remember one time I was doing an ADHD evaluation with a kid who had asked to go to the bathroom like 3 times during the 30-ish minute part of the interview where we asked his mom questions.
Alright, enter the tail section. I said enter the tail section, not how what I meant, dummy. Someone in these corners. "109 people aboard. From what I remember, so then 4, 3, 2, 1, avionics. Okay, so stall the aircraft, staller. Okay, lower. Lower. The first 5 rows of seats will Alright, increase throttle, increase throttle, increase throttle. Throttle. Okay, roller, banker, bank. Side to the side. Increase throttle, increase throttle. What the frick is he doing? Increase throttle, increase throttle. Decrease throttle, decrease throttle, decrease throttle, decrease throttle, increase a bit, decrease. It's time to go around. The aircraft, flying with no tail, was an incredibly steady aircraft. To be fully sincere. Increase throttle, throttle, okay, decrease. Declan, yelled the pilot, referring to the co-pilot, a co-pilot / second officer, Declan. The flight engineer was focusing on the deadhead and our other pilot aboard. Doing a very insane maneuver, they shut off one of their engines and kept their landing. Kept on flying before then increase throttle, okay, we go. Decrease, keep her steady. Okay, come on. Decrease throttle. Increase, okay, what's the throttle? Back up. Alright, decrease. What the hell is that? Decrease, put her, give her more, give her hell bars. Doing a flyby of the nearby O'Neill Airport. They did a near striking of the ground. Who is this? Oh, this is O'Neill Airport. Who are you? Oh, increase. Multiple photographers, since there was an air exhibition, which all the aircraft sort of very quickly moved, caught photos of the tailless aircraft with a large hole in the front. Because of the violent pitching up, they struck the tail with such ferocity that it tore it off. Even though they did fail the tail section. The aircraft came quite close to ripping off the number 4 engine. Let's throttle. Check the map. We'll head straight towards O'Neill. Drop the throttle. On the throttle, off the throttle, on the throttle, off the throttle. On. More. Up in engine number 1. An insane maneuver occurred where they struck down and literally skidded their way away. The control panel crushed both the pilot and co-pilot's legs. However, even though the plane was unrepairable, the number 3 and 4 engines were destroyed and number 2 was damaged. It managed to land with 1 death, being that of someone who stupidly was unbuckled and was lobbed out the aircraft.